Since TikTok decided to literally silence me talking to Black people about our ancestors, I want y'all to let that sink in for a minute. TikTok silenced my video of me as a Black person talking to other Black people about our ancestors. Since my appeal's been sitting there for days being ignored, I'm just gonna repost this bitch. Black people, please share this, because clearly this is a message that the system, because we know TikTok is a part of the motherfucking system, always has been. Please share this post so they cannot silence us. It's not a coincidence that Black people all over the planet, but especially in the United States, have been embracing our relationship with our ancestors more than ever in recent history. And simultaneously, this country's going to hell. I don't think it's a coinky-dink. We're feeding our ancestors, Black people. We're reestablishing our ancestral roots, our connections to our ancestors. The more attention that we give to our ancestors, the more focus we give to our ancestors, the more we feed our ancestors and foster that connection, the more power they have in the spiritual ancestral realm. The more power they have to look after us and take care of us and handle shit so we don't even have to get our hands dirty. Christianity has had Black people in a fucking chokehold for 400 years. And that has severed us from our ancestral connections. And as a result, our ancestors have not had enough fuel to do what need to be done. But now, Black people are waking up. We starting to be like, you know what? I don't know about this motherfucking Bible. Something's not adding up here. Black people putting the Quran down. Black people putting the Bible down. And Black people are starting to pick up some motherfucking roots. I know I set up my ancestor altar a few years ago. I had a calling to do it. They kept whispering in my ear saying, baby girl, put something up for us. And I know a lot of other Black people have been doing this. Black people, it is our time to embrace our true lineage, our true connection to our ancestors, and our connection to this earth. Mother Earth loves us. She protects us, but we have to love her back. The more attention and focus and energy that we feed to our ancestors, that we feed to Mother Earth, the more protection we will have and the more work they will do on our behalf. They will handle everything while we stay at home resting. Since TikTok decided to literally silence
to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Mbolo, Mbolwani, my dear royals. Mbolo, Mbolo, Mbolo. My dear royals, this is a video that was sent to me. One of my mutual on TikTok sent it to me and told me, Queen, this could be of interest to you. So as you heard your sister say, that anything that has to do with teaching any of you about our ancestors just seem to trigger something on the social media algorithm. A channel such as mine is highly censored, not only by them, but also our hateful fools. Those Black Americans that say that they're from here and hearing me talk about Africa annoys them. So you have to understand that when it comes to awakening our people, there's a lot of hurdles on our path. But don't let it discourage you. There's nothing that can stop this wind of healing. So in today's video is another Black History Month video, and celebrating our history is also going back to who our ancestors were. Those guys, those Africans that made them so jealous. We are going back to them. So in today's video, I've been moved. They told me, go ahead and teach them. It's time they know the powers behind our symbol on the fabrics we wear and everything. This is our Nubia celebration of Black history. Celebration of Black history is celebration of African history, African pride. It's reclaiming who we are. So in today's video, I will air, it's a previously aired video. And this time around, I told my team to just edit, to add part of the teachings for which you were clearly not ready yet. Okay. Now that we have dropped all the burdens of anger, shame, guilt, all that bad stuff, hatred, and so on of selves, we can entrust you with sensitive information, sensitive knowledge, because our spiritual stuff are not to be handled lightly. That's why no matter how much they manipulate it, they're not going anywhere. They're not, ascending. They're not doing anything positive. No matter how much they try to handle our sacred stuff to their advantage, they're failing because their core is dark, their core is wrong. So there's certain information we cannot entrust to people who are just deeply rooted in evil. It will destroy them. Look at our former masters. They dibble and dabble on things that wipe them out generations after generations. And yet they have no clue because our things are to be handled with love and respect. So that's what this video is about, my dear children, because I'm being led to tell you about the spiritual codes in the fabrics we wear and the whys and the occasion. Basically, tell you a little more. I'm being led to do that because our people need grounding. When you are going through a healing process, you have to ground your healing. What do I mean by that? Every achievement, you have to seek to ground it, just like the religious, after they go through a deliverance, they ground their deliverance going through prayer, fasting, they maintain their prayer routine and stuff like that. Same thing for us African animists, okay? We have our own rituals that become an integral part of our routine to ground each achievement we achieve. If we drop the burden of hatred, we have to ground that good energy that brought that ability to drop it. If we drop the burden of, jealousy, hatred, whatever, we have to ground it. And we Africans, we do it a certain way. We do it through the food we eat. We do it through the clothes we wear. We do it through anything we surround ourselves with. We surround ourselves with symbols, okay? Ancient symbols that are powerful. It's fun. Let's jump into it. Okay, my beautiful and amazing people, in today's video, we are going to cover the wear of the wrapper and the significance it has in the lives of the Africans. When you see us wrapping ourselves, it has a purpose. So, number one, we will cover that it's a training in itself. They train us to be humble. So it's a humility training. Number one. Number two is a good posture training, when just wearing a little piece of fabric forces you to stand a certain way, and you will see the detail. Number three, we use it to ground our core. After a long day of work, we make it a habit to ground ourselves because we live in a highly stressful world. Number four, it's an expression of love. We use it to express love. You will see in details in which ways, okay? Number four. So number five, we also wear them to send a message of unity. We didn't cover that last time. So we are adding unity, weddings, in funerals, in whatever, team, whatever. We will cover that. And then finally, to perform spiritual work. It's an active ritual going on when you're wearing what we're wearing. Okay? So energy work, you're balancing your chakra, but also you are harvesting the power of our spiritual symbols. Y'all ready? Let's jump into it. My dear children, thank you for coming back to watch another video with your queen. Thank you. Welcome back to Nubia, the path to return. So today, what are we talking about? Today, my dear, beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Today, I'm introducing you to the rappers. So the rapper, okay, because in our culture, the rapper has a significance. It got multiple meaning, but it's very deep rooted in our culture, having a rapper. From a young age, we always have a rapper. Your parents will always get you a rapper. Sometimes it's your favorite and stuff, and with time, you get others made, but the first rapper is usually a gift from your parents, your mom. So gradually they already train you to rap yourself. Having a rapper on help us stay in tune with our feminine energy, okay? Because when you have just a piece of fabric tied around you and you have to be around the house doing the chores and stuff, you have to move with a certain grace, a certain délicatesse, like the French people say. So you have to kind of measure the way, and you will see that gradually you forget that the rapper is there. There's just a little tiny thing holding it together, but what really keeps it together, number one, is your curves, and number two is how graceful you are as a woman. So that alone, it's a training, and it's time our daughters, especially the ones in America, learn to go back, okay, to reconnect with the woman in you. All right? Even the guys, they wrap themselves to the guys. They have to get in touch with their feminine side. I know it sounds like crazy in a man's driven world where testosterone told men that they are supposed to walk around acting like beasts. No. You have is that duality, male and female, but it has to be balanced. But you should be more influenced by the side of the gender you're born under. So even the men in our culture, the Bantu people culture, we are taught that the female child and the male child are created equal. And it's reflected in our culture. Whenever we dance, our guys also dance. When we wrap ourselves, our mothers also wrap our brothers. As men, they have to be strong, they have to be reliable, they have to be that king, but also they have to be gentle, okay? You can't just be just a beast. And you are called to live around women, and you are called to hold your babies one day, and you're just such a brute. So that's why you will see our guys, they don't look like threatening in appearance or anything, but don't let their outside look fool you. They're extremely powerful men, extremely strong, extremely resilient, okay? And if they are that, you are that too. You are it. So this here is to help you recover, those of you who care, to recover that prestigious identity you came from. For the men, is like to get in touch with nature, you know, to ground themselves after a long day of work, especially when we get home from abroad. It's like almost a regimen they make you go through. So you have to ground yourself, because they see in us the stress from the Western world. The stress is like it's written on our faces when we get home. When we do our morning declaration, you will see in the morning when we get outside, barefoot, we connect with that earth we came from. That earth our ancestors went back to. That earth which is our mother to all of us. You have to be balanced, because in the world they force on us, it's a high level of stress.
if you don't learn how to manage your time and balance yourself, you're gonna be so out of whack. Okay, so we learn to rap. Our mothers, by introducing us to the rapper, they're introducing us to not only, learn to move gracefully as a woman, because when you're just wearing a little tiny fabric, like you can't go climb tree, run after the ball, play soccer with your brothers. You can't do all that. You have to stay around the house, just do little girls' chores. When I used to go to the village with my grandparents, one of the chores was to go fetch the water at the river wearing the wrapper. So, and then it becomes like a double challenge. You have to keep it on, you have to keep the bucket of water on. And I used to find it challenging, but it's like, I gotta do it. I used to see the other girls in the village do it. The girls in the village, they became so professional at it. They will have both hands down, the bucket full of water in their head, and they would just walk, and they will walk incredibly gracefully. I mean, if you notice in the European fashion, how they recruit these African girls, these models. It'd be like from the village to a world stage modeling, because our culture trains us to be women from the time we hit the ground. Our mothers say, if you don't wear the wrapper, you're gonna wear the pants.
Because the wrapper also does something. It corrects your posture. Yeah, it does. Just wearing a piece of fabric, you can't be standing hunchback. No, you have to stand straight with charisma and presence.
For our parents say that they want to see you like that wrapped up, because they can tell, in the case of girls, they can tell where your body has been by just looking at the state of your skin. They can tell if you're being touched by some guy or whatever. They can tell. And when you wear the wrapper and stuff, and you knocked up, the spot gonna show, it's gonna beat faster. So this is how our mothers detect it. So it is important that we teach our children to take pride on not only who they are, and embrace it and make the best out of it. Okay? So
on the show wake up, sweet parcel. On the show wake up, wash plate too. On the show wake up, cook food too. But your wife knows to anyone. On the show that you know.
So for the girls, we wear it to, to learn how to move gracefully. And you will see, those of you who can observe African girls, the way they move, very graceful in their movement. It comes from that training. When we younger, we complain, we go to the village, they send us, fetch water at the river and all. But really, it's a training through hardship. They're shaping us and stuff. So when we show up, it's game over for anybody else. So this is the culture you came from. So not only is to ground yourself, but it's also for us, whether man or women, it's a lesson of humility. We have to be humble with everything Tata Nzambe has given us. Tata Nzambe told our forefathers to be humble. But what did our forefathers did? They were throwing gold. They were making it rain in gold. And what happened? The starved European heard the news that these African kings, they have it like that. Let's go pay them a visit. And I still see the same vantardise, the same on your face type of attitude in many of their sons. Our children are like that. It's on your face. If they dare buy a car, they want to put it on people's faces. If they dare build a house, our people said to live well, live hidden. So wearing this every day, it's a lesson of humility. The rappers, We use it a lot in our love language. You know that when you desire an African woman, you buy her like a 6 yard of the most beautiful fabric to you, a fabric you want to see her in. But you buy it like that in yard so that she can take it to her tailor and have a tailor-made outfit to whatever design she wants. Okay? When you buy her fabric like that, it's not only you're asking for friendship, but you're asking for more than just a friendship. You want to wrap her. You want to dress her. You want to take care of her. You want to claim her in the future. Yes. So, you know, that's why when we're young, when we're still a maiden, once someone has come and claimed you, the first thing they bring to your house is some fabric. So it let us know that, oh, they want to wrap us up. And the cultures say, you cannot unwrap from a woman a fabric you didn't buy for her. They say it's bad luck. So when he gives you the piece of fabric and stuff, he lets you know he want to wrap it. The wrappers, it's our Victoria's Secret, yes.
Africans wear the wrapper in their intimacy. Yes, it plays a big role in our love language. Okay? When she's in the mood and stuff, she will wrap herself.
Go Jenny, 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 go Jenny.
The mothers, when they're in the mood, right, they will wear the nice wrapper. They're gonna just be, daddy just walks in back from work, he would just look at her and just smile. It's like a code. Yes, she's in the mood. Because it's just a wrapper. Access is easy.
When she wants to fight, she'll wear her pants and stuff like that. Or if she has a wrapper, she will have a, short underneath or something.
Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around 3. Yes, you did. If 6 of y'all went out, then 4 of you were really cheap, yeah. 'Cause only 2 of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt. It's not right, but it's okay.
Why is the wrapper so popular among African women? Because it's magical. It got several functions. Those of you who follow me on Patreon, I will teach you how to ritualize the wrapper for you, for your newborn, for your partner and you, your marriage, whatever. It's very, very, very important. the bedroom, okay? My daughters, this drives our men crazy. It drives them crazy. For real. If your man is African, a real one, and what I mean by real one, his genetics, if he wasn't mixed with so many other things, if he's still an African, vast majority of his blood still from us, they will love it. They will welcome it. It drives them crazy. It's very playful, right? Because you don't put a rapper like that if you're ready, if you're in the mood to fight. No. So usually when they see you in the rapper, they know you're in a playful mood and it's just chill and relax for the rest of the evening. Try to start wearing it at home. After work, take a nice shower, steam your face, massage your face, smell good, cook your little dinner, poise, just sit in front of the TV. If you used to run and go and hang out with the boys or whomever else, you'll see him clip to your behind, trying to wrap and unwrap you like a cassava stick. That's why it's so popular among African women, right? Because it does something to them, my daughter. I don't know. I just can't tell. But it does something to them. Okay? When you start wearing that around the house, you keep your skin just spanking clean. He is not going any freaking where. That's what it is. Okay? And same thing for the guys. For us African ladies, when our men rap, oh my gosh, I found it irresistible. I do. I like that in our guy once they wrap themselves. They're just like these kings, you just want to put your hands. I can't even speak. Yes, my children. So our men found it irresistible on us, and our women found it irresistible on our men. Yeah, it's very intricate in our intimacy and our expression of mutual love. Yeah, because when an African man is wrapped up, he just makes you want to sit on his lap. How about that? This is the Monkosi here. He puts you in obedience. So, yes, wearing the wrapper in our intimacy, okay, whether it's in the bedroom or just the intimacy of our homes with our family, around our family members and stuff, it's also sending a message of peace, okay? When you walk around the house wrapped around in your fabric, you're sending the message to those around you just want to chill. You're sending a message of peace because nobody fights naked. When you're only wearing a piece of fabric, and your undergarment, some people just don't even bother to even have an undergarment. They want to ground themselves. They want the least amount of clothes on themselves. You're sending the message, I'm not in the mood to fight. Okay? Nobody fights naked. When you know it's fight time, no, you're going to put a short, you're going to put some pants, some shoes in case you need to run, whatever.
So we have this little playful thing we do with it on top of being a fashion statement.
Social events, when we send a message of unity, when we show up somewhere, all of us wearing the same fabric, we're sending a message of unity that we here standing as one for this cause. If it's a wedding, if it's a proposal, if it's a funeral, if it's a family reunion, if it's just a couple stepping out in public, if it's a couple in their backyard doing their grounding work, their energy work, all that comes to play. So, as a family, it is good that you choose a fabric. Of all the fabric you can come across, whether you find it from a collection or from some other source, research on the symbols, because we just have some designs that just keep coming back. Some designs are just classics in our collection. One of them is this design of fertility and abundance. So you take such fabric and then you get it for all the family members. All right. You can have all the family members with a wrap and designate a day that you tell you, your husband, all your kids, you wear your wrap. You spend an hour to start, cultivating unity in that family. If you feel that your family is fractured, a good way of doing that is to let them know about the culture. Hey, we come from a culture that does have conflict resolution. When the family is falling apart, we have to bring it together. Let's start little by little. How about all of us wearing the same fabric one day per week? How about all of us wearing the same fabric, spending an hour? This is family therapy. Anything that can help. Okay, my people. So yes. So you can choose a family print that you can even, stack up in family reunions. You can initiate. That's a way of introducing the African culture. I know that some of you guys' family, if you dare mention that you guys come from Africa, family reunion, they may beat you up. But luckily things are changing. Luckily our people are being set free from all that entity's possession that they were left to bear the weight. So, as I say, just trust us. Don't force us to have to come and divulge everything. Our former master children will catch it faster than our own people and run with it. And our people are still way, way, way far behind trying to figure out because they're too busy scrutinizing us who come to reach out, scrutinizing us who risk it all to come and tell them, hey, there's a better way. How do we use the fabrics we wear for spiritual work or energy work?
Some of you may have wondered, like, why are Africans so colorful? Why do we wear a lot of colors and stuff like that? Because we African understand energy, and we are energies, energy beings. And we understand that energy needs healing as well. Energy needs balancing and everything. So we use this color to balance our energy centers that most people also know as chakras. Okay, like for example, as you see me now, you could say, oh my queen, you look good and stuff like that, but your queen is doing more than just looking good in her blue, Egyptian blue. Your queen is doing more than that. Your queen is charging her throat chakra and her root chakra, because the red is the color for the root chakra, anything which is foundation. I won't make this video about the chakra. Please, do your homework before they come around and call it chakra. We, the Bantus, we had that understanding that we are energy and we live in a world we're surrounded by energy. So we had to learn to balance it, to heal it, and to do what is necessary so that the inside of us is healthy, is balanced, no matter what we go through. Okay? So, as you could see, we have that fashion with a purpose. So when we adorn ourselves with our colors and everything, we're charging our energy centers. All right? So you will see the root chakra is red. Anything that has to do with your foundation and everything. Or when you feel like you need to be on the offensive spiritually. Because even the color have a spiritual meaning. Of course, the blue, what it represents for the throat chakra, the energy center of the throat. But to us in our spirituality, it has also its own meaning. So you have to get to know the rich culture you came from. All right? So how you start doing it by training yourself. And
This box better than the box he was held in. I'm Mama D in the outer. I call him Daddy like doubters. He like it when I get drunk, but I like it when he be sober. That's top of the top, but I never fuck with beginners. I let them play with my pussy, then lick it out with his fingers.
like for example, now I'm wearing a wrapper, a set, so As above, so below. So if I wrap my body and fill it up with the blue vibration, with the vibration of healing, the vibration of strength, the vibration of being able to speak up regardless of how many people want to silence you. And someone may just look and say, oh, the queen is looking cute. Yeah, the queen is doing more than that. The queen has wrapped herself. The queen is in her backyard walking around barefoot. So I'm grounding myself. So not only is to ground yourself, not only is to, depending on the fabric you choose, to recharge your energy centers. Also have to notice the design. Sometimes the design is intentional. When we wear a particular design on the fabric, not only the color matters, but also the design. You will see, for example, some fabric and stuff, they be all pinkish and stuff, but if you pay close attention to the design, you will see that it's a female part. It's a female private part. So the women would wear it to connect with their feminine energy, to embody that energy, because we believe whatever you ingest or inhale or put on your skin and everything, it brings its frequency, its vibration, its energy. We understood that before any of them came around. So when you see us being so colorful, that's what we're doing. We're not only looking cute, we're not only looking regal, we're not only looking all this good stuff, but we are also balancing our energy centers, also known as the chakras. Okay?
So we wrap ourselves in the color of the energy center we want to charge. We wrap ourselves with the symbols that we want to embody the energy of. We want to welcome the vibration of. Either we are charging our energy centers or we are harvesting the power in the symbol imprinted. Okay, whatever symbol we have imprinted on it, so we dive into the consciousness of that symbol while wearing it. Everything, it's a ritual. You would see our fabrics. Some of them have many colors for that reason. Sometimes you just want to balance all your chakras at once. But sometimes it's a particular color. If it's the sacral chakra, if it's the root chakra, if it's the throat chakra you're working on, if it's the heart chakra, if it's the brow chakra, if it's the crown chakra, whatever chakra you want to target, you make sure that that color is the predominant color. Next, all the fabrics I will take as an example, as an illustration here, you can find it at NUBIATHEStore.com. It's 50% off. I encourage you to go ahead and start embracing this side of us. You might hear, just before we get into it, you might hear some people tell you, oh, that these are not African traditional fabrics and so on and so on. Yeah, they say that, but that's a half truth. We used to be able to print our own fabrics until the colonizers told their overseers, aka presidents, to shut down all the fabrics manufacturing plants throughout West Africa. And then a Dutch company called Vlisco was the only one with the pattern to print them. So now the European were printing our design, our symbols, our fabrics. They were printing it and charging it to African at a ridiculous price, just like they do anything else. So nothing new. It's only recently, mid-millennium, that Chinese started selling the technology to mass produce our fabrics. Now, Ghana is printing, Senegal is printing, Cote d'Ivoire is printing. I believe there are even some printing in Togo. So now we are back to designing fully and printing fully. Okay, that was just a parenthesis, because I know Africa has a lot of haters out there, and many of them look just like us. The African standard of quality, print on both sides. And these colors don't fade. These colors are not enhanced by computer. When you see it, the colors are just what you see. Vivid, brilliant. It serves a purpose. My dear royals, when it comes to the symbols on the fabrics we wear, as you probably already know, the world's oldest writing was invented, created by our beloved ancient Egyptian ancestors. So Africans surround themselves with symbols, okay? So symbols are not just symbols. Our ancestors, took it a step further. What I could safely say here is that the symbols we wear on our fabrics are mysticals. The symbols are sacred. So all of us, all the tribes, the Bantus with roots in Egypt, we share the same symbols. So these symbols our ancestors have created are the foundation of all the symbols used in all the Abrahamic religions, all the organized religions, all the secret society groups. Their symbols are taken from ancient Egyptians. In a different video, I will break it down. Even the Masons, all their symbols, you found them in ancient Egyptian spirituality. So our ancestors use the symbols to communicate. They use the symbols to conceptualize life itself, to conceptualize God, to conceptualize fertility, to conceptualize abundance, health, and everything. And these symbols are mostly known today as the Adinkra symbols. You will see that symbols are widely spread throughout Africa. And the European, when they came and they looted a lot of these symbols and patterns tied to our spiritual identity, kept them in their archive, and used them in their fashion industry and stuff like that. That's why they go and take our symbols in Africa to put in their bags and they become world sensation. So always remember that. Thank God our account people, they kept record of it and there started resurfacing and those of many other tribes. So throughout Africa, you will see these. This is just one of our patterns. And you will see these patterns, they all mean something. And if you see them, a lot of white women, they will take them and print them on curtains and stuff like that and have them in their home. You don't even know what it means, but they are infusing, surrounding themselves with powerful spiritual symbols that belongs to Africans, that came from Africans. Our ancestors created these symbols, charged them with their powers so that they continue accompanying us. We can't lose that consciousness. Okay, this is what this video is about. It's Black History Month. Let's continue.
Osiris Sakobo, le meilleur. Kikirika na kachapoto.
Those of you who had the opportunity to watch the previous video about Aisho Speed, there's a little clip in there talking about the migration of the Fang people. And everywhere we've been, you will see that we are cousins to the Akan people. So in West Africa, they are called Akan people. And in Central Africa, we are called Ekan, the group of the immortals. So that clip is in that video. So, my dear people, I would like to share with you something unprecedented and of great importance. Now, this symbol that you see your queen always proudly rocking, this one is one of our most powerful symbols. It's this symbol. Any of our groups, okay, and our subgroup is this symbol here. Our account people call it Ngningone, Ngningone. As you know, our account people call Nzambe Nyame, which is the name used to refer to God in account culture. In Central Africa, we call it Zambi, Zambe, etc. So this is the conceptualization of God by our ancestors. This symbol is deeply rooted in our spiritual identity. This symbol represents Nyame, Zambe, as perceived, as conceptualized by our ancestors. In this symbol, there's everything you need to know about God as perceived by our ancestors. This is a very powerful symbol. So, my dear people, understanding the meaning of the symbol and exploring the tremendous wealth it holds is essential to us. It is crucial, my children, that you understand that this symbol possesses a depth and power that surpasses what is commonly attributed to all the symbols of the Kabbalah. Yeah, this symbol, it possesses the depth and the power that surpasses them all. They know about it. Mhm. When this symbol is present in your life and it's ritualized correctly, its influence becomes evident within your home or your office. Okay, did you see me coming with this? Because when you hold the symbol, the Hebrew letters or the names of the gods, all the list that they give you left and right and stuff, all these names that are usually regarded as very, very powerful, they become unnecessary. In fact, all the other symbols, that, that they build egregore on, because this is the one our ancestors built an egregore, on when it comes to conceptualizing Nzambe. In fact, when you tap into the symbol itself will reveal to you that all the other symbols that you see around, these organized religions and secret societies, that all of their symbols, all these other symbols, are in fact adaptations and distortions of the foundational African wisdom embodied by the symbol I'm revealing to you. All these other ones, they are mere adaptations of this one. Okay? I think I've said enough. Ngenyame. It's a way of saying only God. So when you say Ngenyame, or you're wearing this symbol, or you have it framed in your living room, in your office, or whatever, you are asserting, attesting of the supremacy and the omnipotence of God. Our ancestors have gathered and created this symbol. It's so powerful. Okay? So, Ngenyame, you are saying only God can move me out of my position. Only God can take me out. Only God can take my health away. Only God can take my wealth away. So when you're affirming it, you're not only feeling that, you're not only thinking that, you are wearing it, you are embodying it. Okay, your consciousness has to fusion with the consciousness of the symbol. It doesn't discriminate whether it comes from your ancestor or it doesn't. Account people have record of theirs, and they went and got it registers and say, hey, these are our symbols. You even see Asian culture having these symbols that they now look like they're writing. No, these are rooted in ancient African spirituality, my royals. So the first one you see me rocking on this picture. And here, this one at the top is Ngningone, which is mean the majesty and the supremacy of God. So this one, compared to the other one, it has a circle over it, the same circle you find in the symbol that symbolize royalty. Okay? Circle, that's the crown that kings have over their head. You found a circle here again. So not only you are testing of the supremacy and omnipotence of God, but you are also acknowledging God's majesty. So Ngningone means God is king. God is omnipotent. God is king. This is the symbol here, but as the kings, we wear this one. Not only we saying God is omnipotent, we also saying that God is king. So when I'm wearing this, I'm embodying that decree our ancestors made on this symbol that God is omnipotent, only God. So when I wear this fabric, I let them know only God can move me out of my position as a queen. Only God can take me out Only God, my people. This is a very powerful symbol. You can find it, of course, at Nubia the store. Those of you who do spiritual work, it's good to have when you're sending back all that filth. It's a reminder. You clothe yourself with it. Only God can move you from your position of high priestess or high priest or seer or healer. When you're dealing with these witches, wear these. Very powerful. The color, black for protection, red for offensive. Very powerful. So let's continue. We also have this one. This symbol here means royalty. Okay. So when I rock it, I'm basically rooting. Okay. My royalty. All right. I'm rooting my royal energy. I'm asserting it. I'm reclaiming it. I'm affirming it. So that symbol means royalty and everything that goes with it. Zambe, the God of our ancestors, had with my ancestors. When I rock the symbol, I meditate on it. I talk to my fathers through that symbol. So when I'm affirming my royalty, I'm asserting it, I'm embodying it. Okay? Because it takes courage to do what I do. It takes courage to be the voice of the slaughtered and have to say their side of the story. It takes courage. It's not any clown out there that can do it safely. If some of you niggas who have been gang stalking me and doing all kind of energy work, some of them are broke, chasing after me. This here is deep rooted. Okay. This here is deep rooted. Don't come and play with me. Don't come and play around me. We are the teachers. That's why we can openly come and teach our things, because whatever our ancestors handled is of the highest level of purity. So you see, this is our symbol of royalty. What do you see? 3 crowns. Okay? 3. We found 3 again. 1 crown. Osiris, 1 crown. Aset, 1 crown. Eru. This is us. Let's continue. Okay, my dear people, for example, let's say you are starting new projects. You want to grow whatever you are involved in. You want to be in the energy of fertility, of abundance. You want to have abundance. And what is abundance? Fertility. Things taking form. A project going from a thought form into materializing it. So we have this fabric in our collection. And mind you, all my fabrics, I sat down and researched on every single symbol. So I can't sit here and tell you everything. Please know that each time we divulge something sensitive, the website just start not working properly. A lot of problems are happening. That's why I would like to invite our children, instead of hating us in silence behind fake accounts, okay, just trust that we are your mothers, we are your fathers. Just mimic us. That's it. It's not everything we have to come and tell you. And strangely enough, okay, they know a lot about our symbols. Okay. You want to wrap yourself, the energy of fertility, of abundance. You want to rock one of these. You can get a set, okay, at NUBIATHEPATH.com. You can find those. Like, for example, when we do the morning ritual, when you want to, go and start your day, do your daily declaration, and you are starting a new project, you want to wrap yourself in this one, this fabric here, fertility energy. So when you wear this design of fertility and abundance, when you look, what does it looks like? It looks like spermatozoid rushing to fertilize an egg. So that's a scene of creation, right? So a life is about to be created. So you are embodying that energy when you start a project, when you start a new cycle in life, when you start what? A marriage, when you start, I don't know, whatever you're trying to give life into your waking life. So you surround yourself with that energy. You wrap yourself with that energy. You fusion with the consciousness of that energy. The egregore our ancestors have created. On that energy, you tap into it. As a son, as a daughter, you have direct access. You just have to know. Fertility and abundance, freedom, breaking out of bondage is this one, this fabric, okay? If, for example, you are overcoming a difficult situation at work or in your personal life, you're going through a bad breakup or bad divorce or something, or you feel that somebody had you in some kind of bondage of some sort, right? And you are actively working on breaking it. You want to rock this piece, breaking free from bondage. Because this symbol, forget it. Those who follow me on Patreon, we will have a video in detail explaining the power behind the artifacts and our symbols, everything, the Masons, all the spirituality, the Kabbalists, all these symbols from our ancestors, ancient Egyptians. Okay. So they know the meanings of these symbols and they use them. Of course, the Illuminati gilded cage. When they want to cage somebody, they put the cage, they put the bird in the cage and they shut the door. You've seen that as a symbol of entrapment. They have entrapped you somewhere. Now, this symbol, reverse that. If anybody try to trap you, cage you in any way, start invoking the egregore our ancestors put in this symbol. A bird breaking free. Just like the African people, we are born free and shall remain free. A symbol doesn't discriminate that, oh, you're not from our ancestors who created it and charged it. You're from, no. If you fuse yourself with the consciousness of what that symbol represents, you embodied it, it's it, and it works just like the original artifacts our ancestors had in their hands, okay? So this here is to break free. When you're breaking some kind of bondage, our sons, if you suspect that a woman had you ate her spaghetti, whatever, and you're working on breaking it, you want to rock one of these. Same thing with our daughters, because I know there are some warlocks out there. That's why our elders teach our youth to never learn anything spiritual from anybody who has been oppressing you and your forefathers. Because whatever knowledge they have, even if they got it from your ancestors, trust and believe that they have distorted it, they have perverted it so that it serves their agenda. So as you could see, our ancient Egyptians ancestors never believed in caging any souls. But when they got access to their record, what did they do of the symbol of the gilded cage? Our ancestors meant it to be a symbol of freedom from oppression, from bondage. But then they put the bird back in the cage and they build an egregore around it. Very dangerous to learn anything spiritual from anybody who has sworn, drawn blueprints, extending for generations after generation of how to keep you oppressed. It's a stupid mistake. Black men and women, wake up.
Loco, la chose là.
Ototombe. Yangoyo. Mongango yangoyo, yangoyo. Mongango yangoyo, yangoyo. Tango ya goroba, oh, yangoyo. Elokwele kijama, yangoyo. Esoma bamitunga, oh, elokoyo. Esoma balopa, oh, elokoyo. Otope mikirio ben, elokoyo. Eloko yango nini e miziki. Eloko yango nini e miziki.
Next, my children, we have Oniakopong Aniwa, which means God is watching. God is watching. Okay? This fabric, anyone rooted in his or her tradition, because when you're invoking these, the power of this symbol, you're invoking the powers of all the generations that came before you. These symbols I'm sharing with you today, my dear children, are not 500 years old. These symbols are thousands and thousands of years old, and all the lineages we came from that came carrying it, observing it, their consciousness is in print. That's why a continental African is dangerous. He has a connection with all those. The diasporan African who uproot himself or herself, who goes around, we've been here 500 years. That's why anybody you go against beats you up. You're selling yourself short. So when you see us rocking this, right? When you see one of us rocking this, it could be this fabric, or you could see the same kind of symbol on another print, another fabric. The person is telling the universe, the elements, that God is watching over me. Whatever you send, God is watching. Whatever you do, God is watching. It's this fabric. Okay, my loves. So God watches over me. Now, another one is this one. When you want to wrap yourself in the energy of unity, friendship, goodwill. This is a symbol when you want to make friends, when you want to be out there mingling, when you're ready to stand for that oneness we come from. This is unity. You have to absorb such vibration. You have to embody such vibration, because you have to penetrate the consciousness of the symbol. That's why these Masonic, they love surrounding themselves with symbol. A symbol is an artifact, a portable artifact. So go research the Adinkra symbols, found the symbol that is calling you the most, found the meaning, meditate on it, and become one with it. So there's a lot of knowledge to be unpacked. My people, let me help you read it. Okay, like this symbol we have here of unity. So through this symbol, we are learning that the concept of unity per our ancestors has two components. Ezene tekrema, which is interdependence, friendship, and cooperation. And the second component is donontuaso, which is unity and goodwill. Yes, a vibration of unity, because you can't be united with people who have ill intentions towards you. Kings and queens, they are remarkable because whatever they do, whatever they touch it with good, pure intentions and goodwill. So as you could see on this symbol, you could see it has this one, the Ezene Tekrama, which is interdependence, friendship, and cooperation, collabs and stuff like that. You going to collab with a few people and you really want to bring that energy of unity among you so that you guys see things. Invite that vibration in the group. That's why we wear uniform. We go and buy this fabric. All of us wrap ourselves in it. All of us come at one. We send a message to the universe, to the element, to nature, that we come before you. We stand as one before this cause. Okay? You had to look at the design and stuff. It's really nice. Okay, my people. So that's what it is. And you'll find everything on the website, NUBIATheStore.com. So these are the symbols, my children. I cannot start, this is not everything we divulge. And when we start divulging things, censorship start, because they have to keep you in the dark. Just be a good kid. What you see your mother wear, go and wear it. Okay? What you see your mother eat, go and eat it. Sometimes we can't come, and we all speaking their languages. What do you expect? This symbol is of a key importance to have around you, to wear on your body. I've been rocking it for the past 2 years.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is one of the best-dressed players in the NFL. His use of Ghanaian and other African cultures in his pregame wardrobe is chef's kiss. The symbol is Jia Nyame, and it means accept God. The red is intense emotion and something that's very important to the Ghanaian people. This specific garment is for the Tuareg people who have high status. This look is kente. Royalty is very huge. The crown is the focal point of this look. Jeremiah wanted to do a Death to Rebirth series, black is generally worn to funerals. However, heavy jewelry isn't usually. But he wanted to make it almost like a rebirth. If you don't die, then you don't have the opportunity for rebirth. So the white portion of this look is from Jeremiah's upcoming clothing brand, Bravo. The yellow portion is a beautiful mud cloth from Mali. This is the OG Kente from Ghana. The colors have meaning. Gold is status, serenity. Yellow is fertility. Green, renewal. Blue, pure spirit and harmony. Red, passion. Black is union with ancestors. Jeremiah choosing outfits from Ghana and other Western African countries that for men exude power. I'm all here for it. What was your favorite look? Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is one of the best dressed players in the NFL. His use of Ghanaian and other African cultures in his pregame wardrobe is chef's kiss. The symbol is Gia Nyame.
Yes.
And
You said, since I've been doing my cultural activism, there's just one daughters of ours in America. She's the one who got it. She got the code. Only one of you. My princess, hey Val, she's the only one. I didn't need to come out and make a video about it. She's like, okay, if Queen wears it, it must be good. My queen, I want that too. She want an order from NUBIATHEPATH.com. Yes. Whatever she sees me wear, my queen, I wonder, she doesn't know why I wear this, these symbols, but something in her say, okay, if the queen wears it, it must be good. My queen, I wonder, she's the only one of us. This is how we move in Africa. We trust our elders. We trust our fathers. We trust our mothers, especially when we are living in a foreign land. There's just certain messages they give to us. They don't need to go somewhere and, spell it out. Okay? It takes trust. I can't tell you how many requests I had of that fabric that came from white moms. Yeah, some of them are married to blacks and they've done their researches. So most of my orders come from white moms, either raising black kids and they're giving the kids the culture. And I respect that and I encourage that. And I was like, wow, they know about our symbols and our own. The custodians don't even know. I started seeing more and more videos of their children running around with our symbols tattooed on them. They know the meanings, but you, the owners, have no clue of what it is. Okay? So we need to stop that mentality of hating people for no reason. We have to stop that mentality of sabotaging people for no reason. Because you will find out at the end of the day, you can't hold anybody back but yourself.
What is Nubia the Store about? Nubia the Store is basically the backup of my teaching, okay? As I'm teaching you the ways of our ancestors, I'm teaching you our culture, I'm teaching you about our spirituality. So all that theory must be put into practice, all right? Because us African, we believe in cleansing the inside first before we could even worry about the outside. If the inside is rotten, our people tell us not even to worry about the outside. Let's focus on cleaning the inside. And we often realize that after we have done the inner cleaning, the outside fixes itself. Okay, my dear children. So as you take the knowledge, as you embrace, your true identity, as you learn about your true spirituality, as you claim your blessings, as you claim your weapons in the spirit realm and everything, the outside has to show that you have graduated to the point of being a proud African, an unapologetic African, the kind of African that gives the haters a headache because they're just too cool in that royal African swag that they stay unmoved. Do you know why? Because our fashion has a purpose, just like anything our ancestors did. Everything has a purpose, and mostly it's healing. or empowering. So, to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, let me, okay, we are like this one. You have to go through things, but don't let it change your nature, because they would have won many people, even by just claiming that you are African, that you came from us. A lot of people would bully you. So in this time of awakening, I'm urging you to take pride in who you are. Okay? Learn more about your culture. Embrace it. It's your culture too. We are African first. The identity comes first. Before the land, before the claim to anything, the identity, our culture, our spirituality. We are African in the heart first. Before Zambe gave us anything, he gave us the covenant. Okay? Never forget that. So until next time, peace, love, and unity. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Okay? Mwah.